Welcome to No Match for a Blaster, a Star Wars role-playing podcast, Season 2, Episode 27, Goodbye Naladus. I'm your host and bowcaster aficionado, Ito Davis. If you're new here, No Match for a Blaster is an actual play podcast featuring the Morality Plays crew playing the Star Wars role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games. And now it is time to thank our Nerf Herd of the Week, Rebecca, and our Blaster Head of the Week, Pineapple. At this level, our patrons get access to our exclusive Patreon feed to listen to our episodes days early. Plus, Rebecca gets to name an NPC on our show. Thank you, patrons. To be our next Blasterhead or Nerfhead of the Week, be sure to subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/moralityplays. Hey, a new poster leaked for Star Wars Episode 9, and we are beyond curious about what to expect. What do you think of the poster? Do you think it's real? Is that a white lightsaber on Rey? Will C-3PO be fighting Chewbacca for bowcaster dominance? Let us know at No Match for a Blaster or tweet us at morality_plays. So, ready your bag of holding, because we're returning to the crew of the Atheon as they're making their way back down to the hangar with the hope of making it off the station with some sweet, sweet loot.
Open. Moff Spozak's intelligence log. Although the crew of the Atheon has succeeded in prying many secrets from the Mandalorian research base on Naladus, including a weapon which they hope will be of use against the Sith Lord Doridian Thrask, the facility yet clings to one coveted prize, a rare ship part dubbed the Igniter. The ship to which this modification is attached, however, is not flightworthy. In order to complete their final mission goal, the crew must find a way to circumvent the Basilisk war droids, which guard the hangar. Close intelligence log.
So you go back to the mission control room. It looks the exact same.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Still 30 bodies. Everything's normal.
You do a quick count. Yep. The display of the Mandalorian inbox is still up.
Mm-hmm. All right. Captain, would you like to do the honors?
Sure.
You go up to the holo display. You plug in the code hexagon. It takes a moment verifying credentials. And it says, would you say Warlord? Is that the title you gave?
I have no idea. I made that up.
That's fine. That's good. This is in Mandalorian.
It doesn't translate well, is what I was going with.
In Mandalorian, it says welcome
It's
Warlord.
all in Mandalorian, yeah.
You have, thousands and thousands of new messages. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm a machine. I can process data.
The newest message was received a few weeks ago.
Oh. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'll access that message if nobody has a problem with that.
Go ahead.
Boop.
It looks like it's a lot of code that was automatically accessed and has certain, it has Mandalorian...
It's an automated response?
Well, it was sent, and then it was processed by the computer, and it had a whole bunch of override code in it, some Mandalorian override code, and it looks like it had some executables that were kicked in, and actually gave emergency power to the base. So it doesn't look like before that the base had its emergency power on for, many years.
Okay.
No information.
But something gave it access to its power.
Mm-hmm.
Or told the computer it was allowed to use backup power.
Yep.
Coincidentally, how long is the backup power going to last?
You do some math?
Yes.
All right, roll me some math.
All right, I will roll knowledge.
Yeah, sure.
Or what is
or
it
computers.
called?
You can roll computers.
Computers?
You are a
I was going to
calculator.
roll education, but yeah, computers is better.
You are a walking calculator.
I am a calculator. Yeah. What's the difficulty on this?
1 purple.
All right.
Calculating.
Yeah, I was going to say, watch me mess this up. Yeah, no successes, 2 advantages. There's just too many variables here.
Oh my gosh, really? All right. So
yeah, there's 2 of them. That's too many.
You believe that power could go out for the most part any moment. You're not sure of power consumption. You know that the backup power is finite, right? There's not any generators on. It's using reserve power. You know how much Mandalorian power there is, but you don't know all the subsystems that are consuming it, unfortunately.
Okay.
To do the calculation, you do pull up some information. You do see that over the time, the Basilisk war droids have gone back to their docking bays at least once to recharge in that time.
Which ate up a bunch of power.
Which ate up a lot of power. That the containment on the lowest level was eating up an amount of power. All those damaged weapon systems were not terminated correctly, so they were eating up a lot of power. And the turrets. You guys coming down drained a large portion of the power available. You're assuming that y'all's approach might have eaten up a quarter of the total power.
All right. There's no location log with this message that was sent 2 weeks ago. Nothing about where it was where it came from.
You can log the information. It doesn't resonate to anything you know right now. It doesn't.
Okay.
There's a lot of sequences and code frequencies that were bounced around in locations that mean nothing to you right now. And it looks like the way it approached to the computer receiving it, a lot of the way it was bounced around means nothing to it either. You guys are too old.
Us computers are too old.
Yeah, those the countries and relay systems, different planets.
It's talking about. Yeah, we don't know any of this.
Know, yeah.
Okay. I read through the list of executables. What other executables were there? What else was it told to do and then did?
It was told to turn on emergency power, to let all systems access the power as needed. And it looked like it also transmitted an amount of available research and development schematics to be sent.
Oh dear.
What?
Well, it appears 2 weeks ago this location received orders to turn on emergency power, activate its defenses again, and recharge the Basilisk war droids, turn on the guns, and send all available schematics somewhere.
What?
Yes.
How?
Well, through communication relay networks, but I'm unable to track back where it went, or at least none of this makes any sense to me.
Okay, who would even know about it?
The only person I can think of is Ushal, but why would she do that?
2 weeks ago? In relative terms, how long has it been since we talked to Ushal?
Days?
That's a good point.
No, not even days. Maybe.
So before that, even.
So before we even talked to her about it, that seems extremely unlikely.
Would this be something that Doridian Bask would have done?
The S-Word Lord might have been able to do this, but I don't know why he would have.
I mean, it said to send schematics. Maybe he wanted rare weapons.
Maybe, but rare weapons from thousands of years ago?
I don't know.
I've logged the information for now.
Can you get access to all those schematics?
I'm looking. That was indeed my follow-up question, Ito. What information was sent?
Yeah, you can get it too. It's a lot of information, and this is Star Wars is an era of
1970s computer banks,
magnetic information. So this thing information dumped for days and days and days and days and days, right?
Yeah, can I at least get a profile of what it sent?
Yeah, it sent...
Or do I have to sift through the individual data to figure out what was sent?
No, it sent, like, all weapon systems, all tests, all, like, everything that was still plugged in.
Oh, wow.
That it possibly could. You know that some of this was damaged, so you know...
So some of the data is corrupted, but it was told to send everything.
Everything.
Oh, great. Well, Kamaya, Captain, to answer your question, it sent everything it had in its memory banks. Everything. Tests. Looks like some of this data is very corrupted, but weapon schematics, tests of the weapons, theories, working hypotheses, practices. This looks like their meal routine. This is not very helpful.
So, someone either had to have had the codes or hacked in, right?
If they hacked in, they were very precise with it. I think more likely somebody got a hold of the codes.
That would have been handy. Before we'd shown up here.
Yes, before we came up with the idea, having all of the information ahead of time would have been extremely handy.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can access anything else. Can I access the Basilisk War Droids routines
Not from here.
Not from here.
Not
okay.
from here.
This is command and control. Are there maps or locations of other bases on the data files?
Ooh, no, I don't think that one research. I don't think Area 51 would have maps.
Would have had
Area
access
52.
to anything else like that. And we already found out about Station Faldron from the Jedi ship.
Yep, because he was on a diplomatic mission to go there.
Because he was a diplomatic mission to Faldron. Hey. On the off chance, does the base have a treasury or or a pay chest or something?
No.
Does it have credits stashed away?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure the Mandalorians used credits, so that's...
No?
Okay. Just checking.
Old Republic credits?
They might have been.
Well, no?
Turns out they owned bank accounts that nobody's touched for thousands of years.
Oh god, the destroyed computer banks had so many Bitcoin, and now they're all gone.
Yes. Now we'll never recover them. All right, I'm tapped out on ideas. Anybody else have any ideas for these computers?
Oh, but did you tell us about the power and how we don't have? It has like a finite amount.
Oh, no, I didn't. So
okay, then I don't have an idea.
Right. So just so everyone is clear, remember I mentioned that it 2 weeks ago allowed the computer to access emergency power? That's probably going to run out sometime in, I don't know, any minute.
Oh, that's okay, right?
If we want to access
that means the
computers,
turrets won't attack us getting out. Okay, well, you said the computers are the ones that you need are going to be down the next floor, right?
Hopefully, yes.
So we need to do that quick because...
Yes, in fact, why don't we do that while we walk?
That,
why don't we talk about this while we walk that way?
So, real quick, S4, you also do the other functionality, so things that you can access and all that kind of stuff. You know this thing can transmit still.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, you're able to still transmit information if you want it.
Oh, I will transmit all the information available on this computer to the New Republic Defense Force.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll just start. I'll just start transmitting.
All right.
And I will encode it. Oh, I will ask Remy to encode it.
Oh.
So that we can send it to the right people, so that they don't think it's like a massive virus or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So you just want
You're always getting these fake calls.
Yes, we're always getting these fake Mandalorian calls for mail enhancement and They have shaved crate dragon horn at reasonable prices.
I'm a Mandalorian prince, and I need to move millions of galactic credits over to the inner rim.
They've been in bank accounts for thousands of years accruing interest. Captain, why don't we send all of the information available to these computers, as long as they're still active, to the New Republic Defense Forces intelligence sector? They might be able to do something, and you have all the proper transmission codes to send it to them.
All right.
I will have the droids move me away from the computer bank.
All right.
Well, I mean...
Well, I don't want to look over your shoulder as you use your password, Captain.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I enter the codes?
Yep,
coordinates?
Sure.
I don't know.
I will have the computer data dump everything it can as long as it's on.
It'll for as long as it's running, it'll trickle information over to the Defense Force. Just, it took it days to send all the information.
Can I strain myself a little further and give it a little more juice, or is that just not going to be enough?
It's a dial-up modem.
Okay, it's not going to be enough. Yeah. All right. It's a dial-up modem.
No,
somewhere.
It's
cut to a scene of New Republic Defense Force guy sitting in the office with nothing to do. And beep.
It's like doing Morse code over CB radio.
Lord. Okay.
It's like this one photograph it's just taking so long to load. Like, oh wait, I think that's a face. No, that's an elbow.
Is this a beach? I can't.
All right, so you get all that stuff out.
Yes.
Now what do you do?
I think we need to go back to the hangar, everybody, right?
Okay.
To the hangar.
You walk down you walk down the hallway and down that the other way you guys originally came from. That I said there was noise.
Yes, and I think we've got one use of the turbo lift back before I have to shock it.
There is a lot of noise up there now. Down the original hallway where the things are.
Where we originally came in?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Quick, to the hangar!
Run away!
Run away!
Alright, you go down a floor?
Nasty, big, pointy sonic emitters.
On that floor, on the hangar floor, were there gouges and stuff, like, in the hallway or in that control room we were in?
Not in the control room.
Okay.
Alright, you go down one floor. Ding! Open. Bong.
Thank you.
Bong.
You actually hear weapons discharge in the hangar. So you guys are in a little like lobby room again, and there's a hall going to left and a hall going straight, and the one going straight goes to the actual hangar, and you hear weapon discharge and small explosions.
I turn my palanquin towards the computer room and away from the hangar.
Yeah, which direction do we hear this from? In the direction of the hangar?
Ahead.
Or?
Straight ahead to the hangar. To the left is the flight control room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You go.
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah, I'm going to follow S4 and keep a lookout for the war droids.
Yeah. You go. You get to the flight control room. You can see through the Durasteel glass. You see two Basilisk war droids just running amok. They're running, tearing through. Let's see. Either. Kamaya, give me a perception roll.
Sure. Difficulty.
And you get a blue from me.
2 purple.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I did not succeed, but I got a threat and a triumph.
God, the weird ones are always hard. Alright, so you don't notice the thing I was trying to tell you, but something else really good happens.
Mm-hmm. And I stubbed my toe.
In their mucking around, they laze off the device without destroying it from the ship. Oh, that was convenient.
They just like cut that shit in half. It's like, oh, great.
One of them is like tearing into the back end of that ship, of the diplomat ship. The other one is doing these weird patterns throughout the hangar, and you see it just slowly like tearing into the Duracrete and moving, and tearing into the Duracrete and moving.
Are they searching for you? Are they patterned searching?
I think they are. The one that I saw from upstairs looked like it was digging where it last saw me.
It does not look like any kind of effective mathematical search pattern.
Oh, okay.
S4.
Never mind.
Yeah.
But Kamaya thinks so.
Sure. Yeah, Kamaya could think so.
Because I didn't get the thing.
So, computer banks.
Oh, you know what? Your triumph is the one that's going through all of the going through the weird pattern. For a moment, it actually jumps onto the exploded ship that Remy used to effectively dispatch one of them, and you see that the missile pod on the underside of it explodes in the fire. It seems, for the most part, perfectly fine, but that weapon system exploded.
Okay.
It cooked off the rockets?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then it continues in this weird pattern. You're not sure why. All right, you're in the flight control room.
Do any of these computer slots look like they might fit this thing?
Yeah, you try it out for a little bit. You know, like plug in.
Yeah,
plug in.
we'll try a
They're
few.
numbered. They're Mandalorian numbered.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which one do I have? Or which one does the captain have, rather?
Arabesh 432. You just
Okay.
they don't have helpful information, but you're able.
But 432 matches 432, right?
Yep. You're able to slide the drive system into its socket. You see low lights slowly start to warm up in the inside of it, and you can go back to the terminal that was working before.
All right, back to the terminal we go.
Yep. So you're in there. Give me an easy with a black die computers.
The code cylinder wouldn't help us here, right?
Unfortunately, no. Officers wouldn't. This is not really an officer thing.
I don't think it would be bad to use. I was going to say to use a light side
3
point.
successes.
Okay, so you are able to. This gives you new access to 3 different systems, or 3 different
Features.
program lines. Yeah.
Okay.
One is ship maglock control in the hangar. One gives you power distribution to the hangar, and the last one is vent atmosphere in the hangar.
Okay. I would like to designate the droids as ships and lock them down.
So actually, one of them is on one of the grav plates.
The pads?
One of the mag
because
plates.
it's on top of one of the ships.
The other one is not.
Okay. All right. Well, I will try to lock that droid down.
All right. All right. Give me another easy with a black die computers.
2 successes, 1 threat.
Okay. So you click on just that one plate, right?
Yes,
Okay.
just that one
You
plate.
click on the grav plate underneath the diplomat ship, as well as the that Mandalorian basilisk droid, and you see he's tearing through it. His claws are going into it. All of a sudden, you see it be still for a second, and then sink down for a moment, and it stays eerily still. You can okay. S4 can see because he has robot eyes. You can actually see the whirling maw of face gun
face. Yeah,
like you can see it fight against itself as it slams into the ground, and then you see the barrels droop down a bit.
Well, I have succeeded in designating one of the basilisk droids as a ship and locking it down with the grav locks. I could vent atmosphere, but I'm concerned that will simply blow the basilisk war droids out into space, where they are also quite effective.
It's grav locked down, but it can still shoot.
If it can point at us, yes.
Okay.
It was in the midst of wrecking what was left of that diplomatic ship, the Jedi Counselor vessel. I also have access to the hangar power systems.
Do the Basilisk Wardroid pods, are they in the hangar?
Yes.
I don't think we've actually seen them. Okay.
You did. You saw
hangar.
3 racks.
Can I cut power to them? Because presumably they're not all open, right? Or are they all open?
Yeah, all the Wardroids that were available are already out.
Were activated.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they're like a charging station.
Okay. I'd like to turn off the charging station.
All right, you turn off the charging station. So you know that effectively it works as like a drone controller also. So now they're on their own settings.
They're operating on their own settings.
Which is mostly the same.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking I might want to reactivate power if that works as the drone control unit as well.
Well, you also know that the protocol...
Can I use them to shut it down?
No, but what that means is that the protocol that you were originally using, that was making them do stuff, is now not the same. They're now at their default protocol.
They're operating on different commands.
Yeah.
They're operating on their own commands.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking I might want to try. So I've taken it offline.
Uh-huh.
Can I now mess with the lockdown command easier, so it doesn't, like, the war droids aren't fighting? No, I guess they weren't actively fighting me on that, and I can't seem to override.
You did a roll when you guys were first in here. It's very hard.
Yeah,
it's a 4 purple.
Very, very difficult.
It's 4 purple.
But now I have the code cylinders. Would that help? If I would it be enough to let me try again? Because the thing that they're protecting is dead.
I'll give you. Okay, so it's still gonna be 4.
If not, it's fine.
I just 4 purple, and you get 2 blue.
4 purple, 2 blue.
I didn't get the impression that their objective was to protect. It was to contain.
Yes, but the thing that they're containing is now dead. That's sort of my point.
Yeah, but we don't know entirely what the containment issue meant, because
I'm assuming it
seemed to be targeting anything. Well, it seemed to be targeting, like, us and you and, like, things that weren't actually that. So,
well, it also killed all the Mandalorians in here too. So,
exactly.
All right. Would y'all mind if I use one of the light sides on this?
Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
We need to succeed at things.
I will turn one of my greens into a yellow. All right, here we go. Wow. Okay, 4 successes, 3 threats, and a triumph.
Whew.
Notice I rolled no failures on any of the purple dice. That's
wow, you didn't. Oh, that's silly.
Yep, only 5.
I also rolled nothing on the 2 blue dice, so... Alright, so I was trying to override the lockdown.
Yeah.
So I did.
Yes. So you turned off their drone controllers for a moment.
Right.
And then you turned it back on. And when you turn it back on, you're able to rewrite some of the protocols they're going to be under.
Right. Because I is the lead hacker.
Yeah. If you had gotten a despair, I would have given them S4 version 1.1 again. But that did not happen.
Did I create new children?
No, I would have done that if you'd gotten a despair, but you did not. Because that's that's terrifying. Have an S4 roll around in 3. Anyway, so
Basilisk War Droids. Oh, this is a great end to the adventure, and we all die, and S4M lives on through the Basilisk War Droids.
So the disadvantages are that you know that the power going to the Basilisk War Droids is only, so you know that based on them, they're going to have to recharge soon, and you know that they're not going to.
There's not enough power to do that.
There's not, yeah. So they're you guys aren't getting pets,
right?
But I mean, you guys are able to Give me some code. What is the protocol you give them?
Shut down and conserve power.
Okay. They go into sleep mode.
You could try to get them to
go
open
into sleep mode.
You could try to get them to open a hole in the hangar.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, that's a very good point.
Because there was a collapsed bit, and if they can open it up enough for us to fly a ship in.
You said I had control over venting into space?
Yes.
Do I look like... Can I see somewhere that would open to do that? Or has it been collapsed?
So it looks like there are probably doors that are mostly crumpled in, and then a whole bunch of rubble also. It looks like this would be an aggressive evacuation.
All right, so I think Bobby has the best idea. Then I will order the droids to try to clear a hole to access to allow the hangar to be used again.
Okay, you haven't said anything to anyone yet, right?
Right.
All of a sudden, so you see, there's the one Basilisk War droid that's been bipping around, not knowing what to do, and all of a sudden, 2 more Basilisk War droids fall from the ceiling and actually stop and hover for a second, almost at eye level. To y'all through the Dur glass. S4 hasn't said anything. You see all of its weapon systems like whir up, power up, and then slowly turn and put its back to you as all 3 of them pounce towards the rubble on the far end.
Oh, and I'll let the one I'll undock the one that was attacking the
Okay, it limps.
The counselor droid, right?
It limps
Counselor
towards
droid.
the rubble.
Right.
Yeah.
I have ordered the droids to clear us a path to get out of the hangar.
S4, you do some math. You figure that it'll either take him about 362 days or about 10 minutes to burn through all that rubble.
Right.
This is your gap in knowledge.
Yes, we're not sure.
You're not sure. Well,
recalculating.
Very specifically, if you give them your vibro knife, it may or may not help. droids digging
Luckily,
their way out
I have
of
a
a bunker.
vibro knife. Yes. I think my internal clocks may still be damaged.
Yeah, when 2 more showed up, Kamaya did have to do Criff, like pull up her rifle, but then nothing happened, and she kind of slowly.
As for him, forgot to tell you anything.
Yeah.
You may want to have a word with him about that.
Did you do it?
I believe I have. Although, I'm not sure how long it's going to take. Well, I have an estimation of how long it's going to take them to blast through that rubble. It'll take somewhere between 10 standard galactic minutes or 36 days. I'm not sure which.
I mean, probably fast, right?
There's a huge thump as they fire rockets at the debris.
they have their pulse wave cannons. Yeah.
I mean, look, you see that trench there by those crates? They bore that down in
They're also rapidly running
minutes.
out of power, and there's not enough power to recharge them.
Well,
we may wish to mark
if
this
the base-
location.
if the base runs out of power, that's okay. That means the turrets won't attack us, right?
Yes, that is true, Kamaya. There should not be enough power left to fire those guns. That's very power intensive. Not to mention repairing them. We may wish to mark this location for the New Republic Defense Force to come back and see if they can make further use of anything.
Oh, God.
There are a bunch of turrets and stuff out there. They're old, but they still work.
That's true.
And there will be Basilisk War droids that have no power. They're old, but they still work.
That's also true.
That's S4M's motto. He's old, but he still works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they can get a hold of those droids and take them, that'd be a pretty good resource.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do we just wait?
I believe so. Let me see if I can't find
Should we
anything
go-
else on this computer.
They won't try to attack us if we go down there, right?
Wouldn't risk it.
Well, I mean, because we still need that ship part.
Yes, but I would wait for them to run out of power first.
Okay. Okay.
Besides, it'll be fun to watch.
And he just looks out through the what is it, Durasteel glass?
Yeah.
Duraglass, yeah.
Yeah. S4 now has a cigar and
I left
and
him with
a sniffer of whiskey.
a snifter of brandy, star brandy.
Yeah. Yeah, after a little while, they're making some serious progress clearing it. You can actually see the massive bulkhead door, not force field door. Yeah,
you can start to see the door.
Yeah. They don't clear it all before their power starts to run severely low. They've been firing all of their weapon systems they possibly can for a solid 7 minutes, and it looks like yeah.
Can I order them to return to their pods before they completely run out of power?
Yeah,
and I'll have them return to their pods and shut down.
Okay.
That way I don't accidentally vent them into space.
Yeah, they come back. They latch into their things. You see all the lights that you're able to see kind of dim for a second as they start to get recharged, and then it goes down to a trickle.
Yeah, I'll shut that off. They don't need to be recharged
right
now.
Boo boo boo.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's a little bit of power left for the hangar.
A little bit.
Should we lock down the remaining ships and try to open the door to space? That is my current thought, Captain Kamaya.
Yeah. If we can get it open, we can come straight down.
All right, I'm going to try to open the hangar door, Hal.
All right. So you can do the dump atmo.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will dump Atmo.
You do that, all of a sudden, there's a high-pitched wheezing sound, and all the oxygen gets dumped out of the entire floor, actually. All the little small bits go flying.
Well, my fellows are in spacesuits. They'll be fine.
Yeah. There's a disturbing amount of skeletons that just get thrown up into the air and thrown out into space.
That's all right.
Yeah. The place drops down even darker. It is dang near pitch black everywhere. The only light you really see
Computer terminal.
You see light start to trickle in through the hangar bay doors. It looks like it's probably at the end of a tunnel, but it looks like whatever star is cresting over, is pouring some light in.
Showing light through. That's cool. But some of the doors open to space, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Did any of them look big enough to get our ship into?
Yeah, so the hangar bay door, the big one, they cleared enough rubble to let a silhouette ship like y'all's in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do believe we've made some progress here. Shall we go and retrieve our ship and bring it back in, and then we can try to figure out how to get the device off the front of that consular ship?
That sounds good. I'll be happy to be in the Atheon again.
Anything else we need to do here before we leave?
Not that I can think of, Captain. What about you?
I mean, once it's down here, then it'd be good if we could go down to that research level again. Grab some more of those guns that are, I don't know, all the weird stuff that they have down there.
All right.
All right. We could also use these loader droids to load as much stuff onto the ship as possible.
Can we take the loader droids?
Yeah. It's gonna. Yeah, you can.
All right. I have the command.
If we're going to keep them, we're going to have to name them.
I will let you do that, Kamile. I can read you their designations in Mandalorian, but they're quite long.
Yeah. What are they called? What are they supposed to be
72
called?
and 61.
72 and 61?
Well, I mean, sure, if you quantify the numbers down a bit, yes. I could make 72 and 61 from all these numbers. We'll have plenty left over, though.
We'll call it a nickname.
Sure.
Over the next few hours, you guys are able to bring the Atheon over. It looks like enough power was drained. You actually do see that the turrets do swivel, but it looks like they never get enough energy to fully fire.
Good.
You're able to bring the Atheon back over towards the hangar entrance. After a while, S4 is able to pop his arm back in. He is the drone controller, so he is going to have to be present to bring a lot of the extra cargo back in.
Am I able to repair my legs efficiently that I don't take strain every time I move?
Oh, yeah.
Or will I need further work?
That was just for the scene. That was just for the combat.
Okay.
But it was good fluff.
Oh, I was staying on the Palanquin this whole time because I thought that was still on.
No, good fluff. Good fluff.
Very, very good.
Well, at that point, S4 just kind of liked it.
I'm a fancy lad.
I was sick of walking around.
S4 can be a fancy lad. Yeah, it takes a few hours. You're able to load up the Atheon with all the stuff. The cargo hold is by no means like full. It's,
massive.
You know.
Oh.
Yeah, like you guys get a good amount of stuff. At some point, like you guys got most of the good stuff. There are other like weapon systems, but remember, most of them are either downstairs and were destroyed, or require cyber hookups, which most people don't have.
And we have a cyber hookup.
You have one cyber jack and the hand. So you guys, it takes a few hours
and
to
a
get
code
everything
cylinder.
back and
And a code hexagon.
Code hexagon. I'm sorry. Yes, quite right. Code hexagon.
You're pretty sure that not all the information gets out to the Defense Force before all of the power goes
Just
out.
Krogs.
Yeah. You're able to load up the Atheon. You all find yourself on board.
Are we able to get the thing off the front of the counselor vessel?
Yeah, with enough time. You get the loader droids that can mechanical it, that can strength it.
We stopped the we stopped the threat, so we don't have to roll anymore.
Yeah. There's just enough room in the hangar bay for that large object, and the rest of the stuff is all boxes and stuff.
And most of it's like personal sized stuff. It doesn't all need to go in the hangar or the cargo bay.
So you have
but we've got stuff stashed around the ship now.
So you have the igniter in the hangar bay. You have boxes of bits. You have guns. You guys have so much information, and you find yourself on the Atheon, feeling like you've cleared a heck of a place.
And S4M is walking up the ramp for the last time, and it's still smoking slightly and bathing him in red light.
There's a lot of CO2 canisters.
There's a lot of CO2 canisters. This ominous feeling crosses everybody.
As you walk through the Atheon, you see that someone has cheekily put the two loader droids as if they're playing a game of... Brandon, what's the game?
Star ping pong? Oh, Dejarik?
Dejarik, yeah.
So it looks like the two loader droids are like mannequined as if they're arguing about a game of Dejarik.
So I did it? Because I'm the only one that can control them?
I think someone just like you put them in standby mode and they just sit there.
Oh, and somebody's posed them.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it was Imp, personally. But...
No one knows. Yeah.
All right. I will, yeah.
Alright, now we need to get each of you into the Bacta tank.
I'm flying.
Captain, sounds like you're first.
I don't feel bad at all.
Hey,
I feel fine. I'm good.
I would
Your
like
meat
I would
bags
like
are
to
so
stop right
resistant to
here
health.
and make you go back and find the clip where the captain said, "I think that's a good idea, putting me in the tank and doing scans," and repeat it to him very loudly.
Hey, S4, give me a quick easy medical
Medicine check?
Give me a quick easy medical check.
Okay. Can I see them all now?
Are they still in their suits?
Are you still in your suits?
I
can we
mean,
take 'em off?
We're back in the ship.
and we have all the power off, right? I mean,
Right.
the power to the turrets and everything's off.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't get shot
let's
at,
take the
right?
Theoretically.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Oh, so okay, so S4. If you bring the ship back to the hangar, because that might be the safest thing, the turrets do swivel at the Atheon, even though all the meat bags weren't in it.
All the people are not in
Yeah,
it.
so
Okay.
give me that easy medical.
2 successes and an advantage.
Bacta is a living organism.
Uh-huh.
And we have a whole tank of it.
On the Atheon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a very good point.
All right.
Bye-bye!
Take the suit off.
Thanks for listening. To make sure you don't miss any big updates, follow us on Facebook at No Match for a Blaster or on Twitter at morality_plays. If you enjoyed our show, please leave us a review on iTunes and visit our Patreon at patreon.com/moralityplays. No Match for a Blaster is a podcast by Morality Plays. Star Wars, Age of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, and Force and Destiny are made by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. Our theme is by Kevin MacLeod, sound effects by Tristan Lundgren, Vindus, and Akmov. And I'd like to thank my amazing players. Brandon playing Remy Drobash, Gerald playing S4M3L, and Bobby playing Kamaya. And of course I'd like to thank you, our listeners. And we'll see you again soon in a galaxy far, far away.